Of sequence of return risk, which is a risk that most people never even think about. It never crosses their mind.
So again, if I just put a lump sum in, it doesn't matter when the returns come. I can jumble them all up and make them different. As long as they're all the same in every example, I'll end with the same dollar amount. You are now taking out 2, 3, 4% of your portfolio to spend. You are now you're falling victim to what we call sequence of return risk. If you do not set yourself up to potentially avoid sequence of return risk, then you are completely at the mercy of chance. A pool of money that is not related to the market, doesn't go up or down with the market, you can avoid sequence of return risk. A non-market correlated bucket. This is that pre-retiree when we talk about setting up distribution plans, not just waiting until the day you have your retirement party, you pack up your box at the office, you get your gold watch and you walk out. You need to start setting this stuff up 5, 10, 15 years away from that date so that when you get to that date, it's already done, it's ready to roll on autopilot, as opposed to taking the chance that you're not in the middle of '08 when that day happens, and now you have to rearrange a lot of chairs on the Titanic.
Yep.
An annuity is the only product in the world that you can buy that will guarantee you will never run out of income. As long as you're breathing, those checks are coming. People live what I call a just-in-case retirement, and they don't touch their money, they don't touch their money, they don't touch their money. And I say, wait a minute, you told me when you're retired you're going to join the country club, you're going to buy new boats, you're going to go see the world. Have you done that? They say, no, interest rates are too low, the market's too volatile, Bitcoin crashed. So they live this just-in-case retirement, then they die. What happens to money? Goes to kids. What do the kids do with it? They join the country club. They buy a new boat. They go see the world. And what I'm trying to tell people is I want you to join the country club. I want you to see the world. I do not want you to live a just-in-case retirement. And if you don't put an annuity in your portfolio, I don't know how you're ever going to do it. Study after study after study show people with pensions are much happier in retirement than people who don't have pensions. Happiness in retirement is tied to almost 100% to guaranteed lifetime income. But now the research shows is not only you're going to be happier, you're going to live longer. Freakonomics did a study. It's actually a University of Chicago study that studied people who bought income annuities versus people who didn't. And you know what they found? The people that bought the income annuities live longer than the people that didn't.
And so bond is a loan. And here's what happens. You give again, let's use Apple as an example, right? You give Apple, you already bought a stock of Apple, so now you own a piece of Apple. So now you give Apple, let's just call it $10,000. Apple promises you know what? This is a loan you're giving us. We're going to give you a note to evidence that loan. And that note is going to offer you, let's just call it 2% interest or 3% interest, right? I'm going to give you 3% every year. Let's just say the note is for 10 years. For the next 10 years, and then I'm going to give you back your $10,000. Bonds in general are very sensitive to interest rates, right? So as interest rates go up, bond prices tend to go down. When interest rates go down, bond prices tend to go up.